Alec Thomas will be the batter.
This one hit in the air right field. This one back. And Taylor isn't able to get it, and that one is gone.
The Milwaukee Brewers, I don't know what I can say about them. Craig Counsell has to go. Hey guys, I don't believe that the Milwaukee Brewers made it to the wild card. The Milwaukee Brewers were taking on the Arizona Diamondbacks in the National League Wild Card Series. This was a must-win for the Milwaukee Brewers. Not only you're going to go 1-0 in the series, win this game, but possibly going 2-0 in the next game. This will also boost your confidence going ahead, and you will have your ticket to the next round of the National League Division Series, taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. The game started out just fine for the Milwaukee Brewers. You had a 3-0 lead. All of a sudden in the third inning, Corbin Burnes blows a 3-0 lead, giving up a home run to Corbin Carroll, then a back-to-back home run by Ketel Marte. Corbin Burnes, he really has lost his rotation. He shouldn't even be on the Milwaukee Brewers roster next season. His confidence is just not there anymore. There were so many just awful decisions. Just players are just not really in the moment when it counts. They just do not look like a playoff team to me. I talked about the Milwaukee Brewers before involving Craig Counsell. He's overrated. I don't understand why people think that he's a great manager, that he continues to make awful decisions. Why would you put in Jesse Winker? His average at bat has been super low. There was nobody else that you could pick from beside Jesse Winker? Craig, what are you thinking? There's probably another guy in that roster that could do better. At least somebody that was better than Jesse Winker. This is definitely on Craig Counsell. Even though that Craig Counsell has the most wins in Milwaukee Brewers franchise history. If you're going to continue to miss the World Series every single year, people are not going to deal with that. They're not going to continue and sit around and wait all year. I feel bad for Christian Yelich. Just to see him go to waste like this is just so unacceptable. Unfortunately, Milwaukee Brewer fans will still say, there's always next year. Just enjoy the ride. The Milwaukee Brewer fans are just very delusional. And I'm not saying everybody. If you're going to have a manager or a player that is not really doing their job, they shouldn't come back. If this was up to me, Craig Counsell would have been gone years ago. If Craig Counsell does get another contract extension, I'm not going to be real happy about that because it shows me that the Milwaukee Brewers are not really caring about winning anymore. I'm not saying they were not winning under Craig Counsell. Craig Counsell continues to do the same thing, expecting different results. That he gets overmanaged way too much. And it's been proven time and time again. I've been saying this for many years. If your pitcher is struggling with his rotation, he needs to be pulled. I was able to watch Craig Counsell's press conference after the game. And oh boy, this is a bit alarming what Craig Counsell said during this press conference. He really thinks that the team did a really great job on pressuring them.
We did a great job putting pressure on them for the 5 of the first 6 innings, and really, all those 6 innings. I think the leadoff runner felt like he was on probably 5 out of those 6. So we did a nice job there. We had some chances, obviously. We had a chance in the third, but they made pitches. Their bullpen did a really nice job. In a 3-game series, you lose game 1, your back's up against the wall, and you faced adversity, and we got to respond to it. It's as simple as that.
Having Corbin Burnes out there that long in the other game was no better, and having Jesse Winker come into bat, that was probably the last straw that broke the Campbell's back. The Milwaukee Brewers are not going to go anywhere with Craig Counsell to a World Series. I don't hate Craig Counsell. He seems like a very nice guy. He would be that type of guy that you would just hang out and have a beer with. It's a business. People gotta think about this as a business. Craig Counsell had a lot of success in Milwaukee. I'm not going to take that away from him. I really think that the Milwaukee Brewers need to move on from him. General Manager Matt Arnold, I'm not sure what his future holds. I would not be surprised if he's fired next. Jason Lane needs to be fired. He's telling players that they should start stealing bases when they shouldn't. They're running around like chickens with their heads cut off. And this roster that the Milwaukee Brewers had, they had at least some solid players here and there, but it was not a great roster. Brendan Woodruff being injured did not help. Anything that goes for the Milwaukee Brewers, something out of nowhere will happen to them. There's rumors out there that Craig Counsell is going to be going to the New York Mets. The New York Mets did fire their manager, Buck Showalter. They probably want a young manager that is very experienced. The biggest question is, will the Milwaukee Brewers fire Craig Counsell? I would be very surprised if they fired Craig Counsell. I don't think it's gonna happen. Even though that Craig has a lot of wins underneath his belt, he had so many chances of taking this team to a World Series. I don't think the pitching was that great. The biggest issue they had all season was keeping leads. Even pitchers that you have now, like Brendan Woodruff and Freddie Peralta, how long are they going to be there? How long will Christian Yelich be with the Milwaukee Brewers? Even though that he has a really long contract, are other teams going to go after him for a trade? That is the biggest issue I have with the Milwaukee Brewers, is they are not aggressive. They picked up Carlos Santana. He had an alright season. Between Josh Donaldson and Mark Hanna, I just don't see them coming back next year. Mark Antonazio just does not care at all. If he really did, he would at least did something in the trade deadline. Me being a Milwaukee Brewers fan, it's just very tough. All it leads to is disappointment. Love to hear thoughts about the Milwaukee Brewers. Do you guys think the Milwaukee Brewers will be returning in 2024? Or do you think they're going to be relocated to a different area? If you guys want to see more videos, don't forget to hit subscribe, like, and comment. Take care, guys.
Here it comes. Swing and a miss, and that's it. The Arizona Diamondbacks advance to the division series as they knock off the Brewers.